Coming up on Mountain News this morning, yesterday, two men were trapped under a coal preparation plant where operations are still underway to rescue them. Plus, questions are being raised in Fayette County after a game was delayed while waiting for an ambulance.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on November 1st. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And happy November, Brandon. That is so crazy to me.
Look, we even had a few flakes fly overnight there, as you can see on the satellite and radar loop. It was kind of crazy, but you know what? We're past Halloween. It's November 1st. It's Christmas time now. I got the Christmas tile on this morning. Let's get into the forecast. And we talked about it briefly yesterday. It wasn't a major impact. I did see in the highest elevations maybe just a touch of accumulation. It took a while to get cold and most of the moisture moved down at that point. But it's still pretty chilly as we head out the door this morning. You see across the region no major issues from Hazard to Buffalo to Jenkins, London, Corbin, Pikeville, and Moorhead, all looking pretty good as we start the day. Temperatures, yeah, it is frigid out there this morning. Couple of spots right around freezing. Everybody else below it there. Irvin, the coldest at 24 this morning, and then the warmest, 32, Harlan and Middlesboro at this hour. Look at the difference. And this is from this time yesterday, which was double digits colder than the day before, so temperatures have plummeted the last 48 hours. So get you a lot of coffee this morning. As you head out the door, you're going to need it there. Max warming needed in the out the door forecast. We are going to see some sunshine today, but unfortunately, it's going to be a cold sunshine. Temperatures only top out in the low to mid 40s. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Brandon. We have an update on a developing situation from Martin County. Officials told us yesterday two men are trapped after a more than 10-story coal preparation plant collapsed at an old mine site in the Middle Fork of Wolf Creek. The Martin County Sheriff's Office says they received the call around 6:30 p.m. yesterday, and by 6:47, a first responder was on the scene. Officials realized this was a job for multiple crews and declared a state of emergency. Agencies from across the area were called in to help. Pikeville Fire Department was the first to locate one of the men. There has been no contact made yet with the other man. Officials say this could be a multi-day effort, and they believe the two men were in there to salvage parts.
They typically take these down in sections, and they fall them. You know, you're usually cutting towards you fall them in sections, and we believe that's what happened. It's just that it didn't fall the way that they had projected it to fall, and actually enclosed around them.
Kirk also said this has been an ongoing project for 8 months, but something happened yesterday that was out of the norm. There are multiple crews from different counties working together to rescue the men. Martin County is expected to host a news conference today. Our sister station, WKYT, is looking into Fayette County District policy after a game Friday night was delayed by nearly 45 minutes as the crowd waited for an ambulance to arrive. Fayette County Public Schools does not have a policy regarding ambulances at games, so we asked them why not. They told us there is, quote, no need for a policy. They said funding is not an issue and explained that Fayette County Public Schools are within close proximity to fire stations.
In the best of all worlds, you have an ambulance there and you have a certified or licensed athletic trainer at every event you do.
FCPS says they do have medical emergency aid training and UK medical staff on site at games, and that with the locations of the schools and fire stations puts them in a good spot to provide aid when needed for student athletes. A new gallery in Rowan County is showing off the creative arts in the Appalachian region. The group of local artists partnered up with local businesses to display the art. The latest gallery in the series is inside Castleman's off Flemingsburg Road in Moorhead. The gallery has a series of Western-themed artworks by popular Appalachian artist Anthony Purnell. Organizers say the mission is to provide a space for artists to show off their work.
It's hard enough for artists nowadays to even get showed, to get showed in places or get the work out there general. So for a company to step in and say, hey, I'm willing to take you on and showcase your work and let people know, hey, this is what you do. It's whatever artists, at least me as an artist, would want.
This is the fourth gallery the group has created and say they only plan to keep adding more as more local businesses join in. The University of Pikeville is highlighting the humans behind its humanities programs with a campus full of fall decor. Humanities on the Hill kicked off as a Halloween treat for the U-Pike community, an event to bring arts, English, religion, and more to the table. Humanities Division Chair Summer Bingham Music says the event serves as a recruitment tool for potential bears and an eye-opener for current students.
We have a number of hands-on activities, we have games, we have prize giveaways. Really, we're just trying to help students have fun and increase their knowledge of what it is that we do.
The Halloween-themed spotlight also included performances from the theater students, music program, and the U-Pike Bluegrass Band. The cold weather did not stop hundreds of kids from attending the 21st annual Kiwanis Safe Halloween at the Perry County Park. Sherry Spradlin says she came up with the idea more than 2 decades ago after noticing Hazard did not have an event like this. Spradlin says it's a great way for kids to come to one place and know they are safe. Depending on the weather, Spradlin says they tend to see between 600 and 800 people, and it continues to grow.
And we have people already saying, I'm coming back next year. And we add people every year, which is wonderful. Because anybody that's ever come and done it has a great time. As you can see yourself, we dress up. The participants have as much fun as the little kids. And the hot chocolate, we're doing hot chocolate today, and it's going great.
Spradlin says they will continue to do this next year and plan to move it back to the National Guard Armory. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, yesterday, the Biden administration continued its plan to stop junk fees by hammering down on hidden retirement investment fees.
Well, it's the 11th month of the year, and it's definitely feeling like it this morning. We'll talk about today and a warming trend on the way in about 3 minutes.